Hi. So we are waiting for a very special person to join today, and we are going to have some little fun. And by the way, think he is here. Okay. Hello, Mr. Alvin. Are you able to hear me? Hi, Alvin, sir. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, Athar, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, uh, sorry for not turning on the camera. I'm just
No
my
worries. I
background is.
understand. I also do not do that anytime, but just I tried
Yeah.
turning on my camera
Okay.
today. No worries. Okay. I
Yeah, let
totally
me just
understand.
start recording. Yeah. Just,
Yeah, it's I've
okay.
started recording it. So first of all,
Oh.
you introduce yourself, then I will introduce myself, then I will introduce you in Hindi, and then you can introduce me in your language. Like bit of complex, but
Yeah.
let's play this game.
Maybe let's not do it in my language. Yeah. Okay. The problem. Okay. Great. So I'm Alvin.
Hmm.
I love doing stuff in JavaScript. I currently work with TCS.
Second
Yeah.
line, you come to love.
Sorry.
I'm saying second line only you start with I love.
Yeah, actually, I think that's the whole point of this because
Just joking.
uh,
Continue, man.
yeah. So yeah, that's it about my work at TCS, and at work I I use Java and mostly tinkle around with JavaScript as a hobby. So yeah, that's all about me.
Great.
Yeah, let's hear
So
about you.
I am Adhar, and I also love JavaScript. And these days I am learning about SAS, about to recreate my portfolio. And I discovered, or I first saw Alvin on the. Do you remember Alvin? The trend, there was a trending page for each AJ. Like I was in AJ 120 in Garima Park.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes,
There was
yes.
a trend,
Leaderboard, right?
and I discovered your name there, like Alvin. And then my roommate in Vedika, like Vedika
Yeah.
was a kind of a hostel something, right? For our ILP. So my roommate, Shubham, very nice guy, like used to talk about things that happened during the day. So he used to tell me that Alvin did this and Alvin did that. And I was like, I did not know who this Alvin was. I knew that he was from someone from the trending page, so he was intelligent. And the only thought that came to my mind listening to the word Alvin was that Alvin the chipmunk from, because I had watched a lot of movies about that. Like there was a Frankenstein movie I watched when I was a child. So
Oh,
that was my first memory, and then I got to know you when we did that first open mic kind of thing there. Like it was an open mic, but it was not made for comedy, but there were a lot of cool people there, and we turned it to an open mic kind of thing. And I saw Alvin there for the first time, and he told me like, man, you were okay. And I thought like everybody told that I was good, but Alvin told me that I am okay or something like that. And then I asked, and then he really told me like, what should I have done, what should I do. I really like that. That was different. That is my first memory of you, Alvin.
yeah, okay, great. Let's just
Yeah, let's just
then
get to the point.
uh, yeah. All right, so let me just share my screen. How do I share my screen? I'm not used
It's
to.
very simple. You just press, there is only one green button in the panel, share screen, and you have to.
Yeah, okay, it's there. Oh, host disabled participant sharing screen.
Oh, I am
So
that.
I
I'm that
think you have to do something.
All participants can share. Now try.
Okay. Just
So what you are
let
going
me just
today?
share
Going to
the
do today, Alvin?
entire.
Can you tell?
Sorry.
What are we going to try today?
Yeah, sure. All right. So yeah, let me just try sharing the entire page. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So yeah. So this is the OnePlus Nord website, and
Wow.
yeah, when you
I
scroll down to it,
I thought you were a very
sorry.
good friend, but I did not know that like you were such a good friend that you will give me a OnePlus. Like, from
Yeah,
TCS Digital, how
I'm
did
not going to give you a OnePlus. I'm just
I think
yeah.
the money equation has really changed from you jumping into TCS Digital that you're gifting me a
Yeah.
OnePlus. Like my mother also does not love me like that.
Yeah. Actually, I was going to show you this slider. It's just uh,
How to create this website kind of thing, like this effect.
not the entire website, but if
Hmm.
you look at this, this actually caught my eyes. See this.
Yeah.
The way it smoothly transition does this transition
Hmm.
from two fonts, right? Gray ash and blue marble, right?
Wow.
And this is pretty simple, very simple. This is actually so if you can just have two layers, one stacked on top of it, the other, and then just while you scroll,
Hmm.
just change the height of the top layer, right?
God, wow.
Very simple,
Hmm.
but it looks very good.
Does this remind you of Apple, like Apple websites?
Apple website, no, I haven't noticed anything like this in Apple website. Apple
Not
India
this,
or
not this effect, but like this kind of
oh, transition is there.
beautiful transitions. I used to notice them in Apple websites
Oh,
always. Like when I used to go there, Apple India, and see that in 10 years, when I will be able to buy this phone in another 20 years. Okay.
yeah. But then you can buy it now, right? It's getting cheap, and uh, every device has the same processor. So
Yeah.
it's or you can just buy an iPad and use it as a computer. That's
That is good.
great.
I will give you a better option.
Yeah.
You become very happy while teaching me this, and then you gift me that phone. How does that look?
Yeah, let's just stick with iPad. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start. Like
Uh,
first to
okay, so I really feel that this might go wrong at some point of time. So I have
Hmm,
created a kind of a backup with me. So this is
great.
something I have recreated. So if
Wow.
anything goes wrong, I'm going to refer this code.
Yeah, yeah. See, we will
All
do
right.
this for some time. Like we will try to make this, and if in the end does not even make, just open this website and say how beautiful website we made. Bye bye.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Thing that
So let
happens.
me just yeah. Uh, oh wait.
Hmm.
Is my can you read anything? It's like is it too small?
It is legible, but it can become too small when if someone is viewing it on a mobile device.
Okay, okay, I'll do something. In Visual Studio Code, I'll just
Yeah, that would be
increase the
fine.
text size.
Hmm.
Yeah, here it's just I'm just creating a new folder. Uh, all right.
So big stuff like Linux and things that you are doing.
Yeah. So
Hmm. So Alvin, can you make it clear like why are you here? Like I am here because I am here for the learning. Because I
all
know
right.
that you will like I will go from this what you can say live session, webinar, whatever. Like go from this live session after learning something because I know the quality you offer. But why are you here? Like on a Sunday morning, 9 a.m.
Yeah, let's just say because I love this stuff. I've been doing this for some time now. This is kind of like a hobby to me.
Hmm.
So whenever I see something, I try to recreate that. And and since it's a hobby, I can't assure code quality. Uh,
No
it's
worries.
just I just like to see it working, try to make it and stuff.
Just
And actually, it has helped me a lot, even in my career, in the job I do. It
hmm,
has helped me a lot, and mostly in analyzing what is happening and stuff like that. So mostly it's a hobby, and I'd like to share it with you, stuff like that.
just think that my real age is also the age that I like tend to behave like. Mental age is also of a child, and physical age is also of a child. Just think that, and then you kind of explain things so that the person who is watching
Yeah,
gets a good understanding.
yeah. Wait. So, okay, let me just first create the HTML file. So
Hmm.
it's index.html. All right.
Yeah,
So yeah, let me just do uh, all the ceremonies that are
yeah.
required in an
You will
HTML
get
file.
this
It's just
template code.
yeah, yeah. Visual Studio Code gives me this emit abbreviation, so I don't have to type everything in.
Boilerplate code every time. This is nothing, just a basic template for HTML.
Yeah, yeah, and you don't have to type in everything. You can
Yeah.
just type in an exclamation mark and then click enter.
Hmm.
Visual Studio Code will do the coding
Do you
for you.
know what this shortcut is called? Like, do you know what this like? What is this? What is working behind this? Have you heard of emit?
No, I haven't heard of MAW. It's just the only time I've
Hmm.
seen MAD abbreviation is in Visual Studio Code only. I haven't heard it before, and I haven't cared to search for it.
Hmm.
Wait, how do I zoom in? Is my text visible? Is it legible? Yes.
Yeah, it's legible. It's legible. But can you increase the text like with Control Plus? I think it will. It will.
Yeah, yeah. Control plus should work. Yeah, it worked now.
Hmm. I give the
Which is
permission
fine.
to your.
Yeah. Okay, so let me just do some, what do you say, a really rough boilerplate.
Hmm.
So I will be having a division
Can you
class
do
of
one thing?
slider. Maybe.
Can you go to the website again and then like give just a 1 minute
Oh,
how you are thinking of
oh,
creating it with where will be a div,
all
where will
right, all
be a
right, all right.
section.
Great. So, just focusing on the front end part alone, the HTML
Yeah,
part alone. So I'll be having one section above the slider, and then one section below the slider. These are just kind of placeholders.
yeah.
Uh, and then I have two containers.
Hmm.
One is the top container, which is this gray. What is this? This gray onyx
Yes.
page, and then I'll have a bottom container which has this blue marble form.
Okay.
This is basically yeah.
Two
Okay,
divs,
so let me, yeah, just four divs actually. uh,
four divs. Like one above it,
yeah,
two in the two for that blue and gray, and then one below it.
one below it. Yeah, great. Yeah.
Oh, great.
So let me just do a div some content.
Hmm.
So this some
Very
content
confident class name.
class. Sorry.
Very confident class names.
Yeah, these are just for placeholders, right? Just
Yeah.
top and bottom.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. And then I will have a division called slider for containing both the top and
Hmm.
bottom layer of sliders. And then I'll have this some content again. All right. And in some content, I'll be having, uh, let's have lip some. Uh, so these are just random text. So if I this lipsum plugin, what it will do is it will give me some random text. So it's like 14 words of text. Where did it go?
whenever you feel that the user should or the viewer should have an understanding, like so you can just control alt and go to that page and just show that you're doing this now, then come back and do that, and then you can go back to that control alt.
Okay.
That would be very good.
Yeah, so now I was just trying to generate some random text.
Hmm.
You don't have to do that. You can just have some random keystrokes in your keyboard,
Yeah,
and
real
you
text.
don't even need to have the container.
Hmm.
That's fine, totally fine. And then I'll have an h1 tag.
Hmm.
Then h1, just say top or something, and then I'll have the same below. Oh,
Hmm. Yeah,
and then bottom.
bottom. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. And yeah, let's see how it looks now. It shouldn't look good. Yeah,
Yeah, it will
open
look good.
folder. Yeah, stop and just bottom.
Hmm.
All right, so let me just style the top and bottom a bit. So let's have style.css,
Creating a
and
style dot.
then
Hmm.
yeah. So to add that, I think there is shortcut link CSS. Yeah,
Hmm. Yes.
link.rel. Yeah, they will just fill everything for me.
Mhm. So this is
So
basically
yeah,
you are attaching the style sheet, that
yeah,
style.css file, to your index.html file, and this is the way you do it. Like link rel equal to style sheet,
yeah.
the relationship is style sheet, and href is the path basically.
The path for the style sheet.
Of the style sheet. Correct.
Yeah. So for this class, uh, I am going to have, let's say, a height of uh, 50 viewport height, maybe
Hmm.
VH. So basically, what this will do is
Hmm.
it will calculate the whole VH stands for viewport height or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah, sure,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, viewport height, I guess. Yeah. So basically, what it does is it will calculate kind of the height of your entire viewport or the entire page,
Hmm.
and I will be assigning half the size of your entire page to some content. So this VH can go from 0 to 100.
Hmm.
0 VH means like let's just consider this as percentage. It's like
Hmm.
50% of the
Your
your
screen basically.
current viewport height. So if
Correct.
you're in a mobile or you're in what any kind of a screen size, it shouldn't matter. It will just calculate whole height, and I'm just assigning half the height
Have
to
that.
this. Yeah. And let me just have some kind of spacing. I mean, some kind of padding. um or let me just display this as flex.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why, because there is no need for displaying this as flex.
Hmm.
Flex as this
Yes.
is just uh, some kind of a random. I mean, this div is even not even required, but I just want to align this to the center. So that's why. Uh, and if you display it as flex, and then I can have this align items center, right?
To dis to change the or to align it in the cross axis.
Yeah, in the cross axis.
And like the flex direction here is row, so because we have not changed
Yeah.
the flex direction, right? Hmm. Great.
hmm By default, that's it's just row. Yeah, this might cause a problem. I might have to enclose it and division.
Hmm.
Else it will the flex will align h1 to the left and this one to the right side, right? So just enclose it in a bottom in a div as well. Oh,
I think you did not
something
close
here.
that div.
Oh, okay. Oh,
No worries. This one. Yeah.
uh, wrong slash.
Forward. Hmm.
Okay, fine, right? Ah,
Yeah. Fine.
so this is the problem. I mean, this was the problem I was trying to solve. So if you just uh, display it as flex, then like Athar said, the default flex direction would be row, and and HTML will try to align it in a row, right, bottom to the left and
Hmm.
contents to the right. But if we can just align it as a division, if we enclose it with a division, all right, if we have a division around it, so these two components, these two yeah, these two components will be thought of as a single component, all right, enclosed within a div.
Hmm.
But here what happens is these two are two separate components, and since it's getting arranged in row,
Hmm.
this will go to the left, and these content will go to the right.
Yes, what is happening is in the second case where it is going wrong is it is considering the H1 and the text to be both flex items, right?
Yeah.
Now we will enclose it inside a div that will solve the issue.
Yep.
So now only this div is one flex item and not in the inside contents of the div at line
Yep.
18 and
Yeah, right, right.
hmm.
Yeah, let's just create a slider.
Yeah,
All right. So I'll have a top, uh, and bottom. Oh, bottom.
bottom. Hmm.
Yeah, a top and a bottom, and
Botto looks like a startup name in from Bangalore. Botto, something to do
oh,
with bots.
I see.
Okay, let's continue.
All right. So what else do we need here? Let me just think.
Hmm. Take us back
All
to
right.
that
All right.
website
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
created.
Great. So I'll have two containers. So this is the bottom container, and we will have a text and then
Hmm.
image of a mobile above it. All right.
Yes.
So let me just try to create that. So let's have a common class for this, so that
Hmm.
you know uh, I don't have to repeat the style. Let's say inner slider maybe,
Hmm.
or slider
Slider, so it
slide.
is done. Ah, slider.
Sorry.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. So for the images, yeah, I have copy of the images. Images. Okay, black and blue.
Hmm.
Right, I'll just copy it here. And for here also, I'll be having a, what do you say,
Hmm.
mm, yeah, I don't have to go for random text, right? So
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just have an H1 tag. And what was that? First one is gray onyx, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Gray, gray onyx, all
Hmm.
right, something like that. And I'll also have an image. GSRC is equal to black.
SRC.
Yeah, sorry, equal to black.png.
Hmm.
Yeah, this will do, right?
Yeah, I think it will. Hmm.
Yeah. And I want to have this on top of this one. All right, let's think about that. Okay, so I have a slide inner.
So let us show like how right now it looks without giving the CSS.
Yeah, sure.
So that when we do it with the CSS, it looks like magic.
Yeah, just gray onyx, and then this
Image. Okay.
image below it.
Yes.
All right.
Great.
So let's just have style slide inner, um, and okay, slide inner h1. So I'm directly going to change, this HTML tags, not recommended.
Hmm.
If you want to style anything, just use a class. That's the best way to do it. And I want the font size of h1 of slide inner
Hmm.
font size, right? Font size of to be, oh, what does large do? All right, let me just go with 2.5 kind of em,
Hmm.
and then see what happens.
What happens is.
Yeah, it didn't.
Hmm.
uh, just do a 5.5 em.
Hmm.
Mm, yeah, it's,
You can compare it with the original and then check it if it's looking
yeah.
like that.
Sorry.
I said that you can compare it with the original and check that is
Yeah.
it the same font size or not.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's just settle with this one only.
Hmm.
This much is fine, right?
Fine. Yes.
Yeah. So, or I'll guess go one more. Yeah. Yeah. This one looks great, right?
Perfect.
And for slide inner, let me just do, yeah, let me just do some common styling for slide inner. I just want a text align of center, so that yeah, the text and the content will be aligned. So I want this image to be above this one. So I am going to position this image as absolute. All right. So if you want to position something as absolute, you want the parent container to be relative,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Absolute relative to the parent component. Next, uh, the topmost, or what do you say that?
The div
Uh,
container for
yeah,
that.
the next parent component that is styled as relative, right?
Yeah.
That is positioned as relative. So since what is wrong with position? Yeah, position. So since the image is within the slide container, I am going to position slide container as relative, and then position the image tag inside slide container absolute. All right.
Yes. We can do that.
Okay.
What will happen if you did not assign the slider class with the relative and if you just did.
Relative position, right? Yeah. So basically, when you position something as absolute,
Hmm.
what it will do is it will align itself
Hmm.
at an absolute position with respective
Hmm.
to the parent that is relatively positioned. All right. So let's say you
Okay.
have uh, 10 classes like division 1, and inside that there is division 2, inside that there is division 3, and inside that division 4,
So
and
on.
you want to make division 5 as absolute. All
Okay.
right.
Hmm.
And what happens is, let's say division 3 and 4 doesn't have position relative, but division 2 has position relative.
Hmm.
All right. So when you position division 5 as
Absolutely.
absolute,
Hmm.
it will kind of stay, and if you have the top as 0, it will just stay on top of division 3 and 4, right?
Hmm.
It is not absolutely positioned with respect to 4. It's absolute positioned with respect to 2, because
So.
2, division 2 is the one which has a relative position. Let's say I'll just show it by removing the relative.
Hmm.
Most probably here it won't cause any problem, but let's just try to find
Trying
out
to enter it.
whether, yeah, I'll just position this as absolute now, and from the browser we'll just remove this relative class and find out something goes wrong.
Hmm. Okay. We'll do that.
Yeah, slide inner, and I want the image to position uh, absolute, and what else do I need? Yeah, position absolute. I want it to be center aligned.
Hmm.
All right. So if you have something as positioned absolute, there is actually a trick to align it to the center along the vertical axis or the horizontal axis. I
Hmm.
think it's like I have actually read it in CSS tricks. I'll share the link. uh,
Yeah.
it's really cool. So
Hmm.
what it will do is, since it's absolute, I'll just have a left of 50 percentage. All right.
Hmm.
So now it's 50 percentage to the
Okay.
left,
To the left, yes.
inside the thing that is inside the parent, that is position relative, right? 50
Hmm.
percentage inside slide inner, 50 percentage to the left inside slide container, inside slide inner.
Hmm.
And then to align it to center, what you can do is, I think it's transform, translate x to uh, let's say minus 50 percentage, I guess.
This
All right.
transform translate is for aligning it to the.
No, it's for removing it. So translate x to 250 pixel would usually we use translate in while animating stuff. So translate it, x will move the container
Hmm.
in the x direction. So it's css transform property. It's one of the
Yeah.
css transform properties.
Okay.
Similarly, you'll have rotate, some lot of other stuff. I think there is queue, things like that. So
Hmm.
basically what we will do is, we will first have the margin left to be 50 percentage. All
Okay.
right. And then we are moving it minus 50 percentage to the left of this container.
Okay.
So it will effectively align it to center. Let me just show you.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's
Yeah,
see how the
let's
website view.
hope okay, it didn't work. Great. Why didn't it work?
Great. Now I feel great that I did not understand it because it did not work.
Yeah, it's position absolute. I mean, it's aligned to center, but it's not on top of
Hmm.
H1.
Oh, so that translate transform was to get this image.
Yeah, let me just remove transform.
Hmm.
See, all
Oh,
right, all
yeah.
right. Let me remove both.
Hmm.
All right, this is how it looks now. When
Hmm.
I add left 50 percentage, you can't see anything, right?
Yeah, I can see the
Because
website.
yeah, let's just assume that left 50 percentage is working now, because it's 50 percentage to the left of
Yeah.
the current viewport. And when I added transform, move 50 percentage of this division
Hmm.
to left. All right. Minus means you know uh, towards left. Positive means towards right.
Okay.
Say this. Right.
Hmm. Got it.
Yeah. So move the entire this mobile to 50 percentage of the left, and then move half of the mobile size to to left, so it will
Yeah.
effectively align it to center, right? So it's
Hmm.
a it's it's
Got
a
it.
it's a neat technique you can have. And this will work with y-axis also. Just
Hmm.
have to say
Because I think that
top
we have to
50%.
put this mobile in between of that gray onyx, right? Not this
Yeah,
bot.
yeah. What was I thinking?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
also thought that.
the problem is, see, this is the problem.
Hmm.
Okay, let me just try to show this to you. All
Yeah.
right. So slide inner is positioned relative, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
And if I just do uh, here inside, if I just have a top zero,
Hmm.
right? Why didn't it work? Yeah, top zero.
Hmm.
It's yeah, it's at the top of this.
Of this slide
So
inner.
hmm, yeah. So what will happen if I uh, yeah, I think I have the perfect way to show this relative stuff.
Yes.
I'll do one thing. I'll just create the other division also. Then what I'll do is, instead of making slide inner relative,
Hmm.
I'll make slider relative.
Okay. Let's do that.
Let's see. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, yeah. I can see your like the website image, the phone image that I can.
No, not the website, the code base on towards the right. All right. So this is the our code base, right? You have a slider and then there are two slide inners. And I have made slide inners relative and positioned image as top zero.
Hmm.
All right. So
Yeah.
this is what I have right now, right? And I have added relative to slide inner. So I'll just create one more the slide inner class and remove relative classes from slide inner and add a relative class to slider. And let's see what happens.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah. Okay, I have to align this to the middle.
Hmm.
You want me to use flex? Flex won't help.
I don't want you to use anything. You use anything about your mind from your mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Uh, 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 I think I have a problem here. Or for now, what shall I do?
I don't think it's affecting because I'm able to see your VS Code now. Your voice is also coming perfect.
Oh, okay. No. The thing is, I need to have, I need to align H1 to sender, and I am thinking of the best, you know, uh, best possible way to
Center
do
in
that.
the sense of x-axis or y-axis? X-axis, right?
Sorry,
Center in the in with respect to x-axis or y-axis?
y-axis, because if you see this,
Y-axis.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's here, right, towards the center of the mobile.
I think doing it with the like
Hmm.
flex would be easy because then you can use justify content maybe.
Yeah. Flex. But the problem is, I am going to change the height of the top bar, right? So I don't want anything relative
Hmm.
to this. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's make some mistakes
Yeah, yeah. Let's.
and
We are here for
yeah,
the practice
let's
only.
do that. Yeah. Yeah, let's just do this one only. Position absolute now. So I think there is a neat technique. I can just wrap it up with another division. And yeah, I'm not going to say anything. Let's just try to have this. Now, to align it vertically, I can do top 50 percentage and translate y of minus 50 percentage. So position it 50 percentage from the top
Hmm.
and move the device 50 percentage up, 50 percentage of the height of the device upwards.
Yeah,
No, not a device, the H1 tag.
the H1 tag.
Yeah. Oh
Let's see.
wait, I have aligned both of them as absolute. What was I thinking? Uh,
No worries. Change it if you want.
yeah, this one. So let's have both vertical and horizontal. Yeah, I think I
Hmm.
think it justify content was better. Yeah,
No
let's
worries.
just try, and if it happens, ah, slider. Where does slider happen? I mean, where does slider start?
One
Slider
very
has to
genuine
be.
question
Yeah.
that the viewers might have, like, was that website made by you?
Sorry.
Was the sample that you showed made by you?
Yeah.
How many years back?
Yes, I was just. Let me just check. On
Just
13th
joking, like
September.
we are doing perfect. Like, this is just the practice run. But
Yeah. Yeah, 13th September. It's, yeah, 2 months back.
great. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's
Now,
just give a height to a slider inner
hmm,
so that this don't look
can you explain
messed
that
up.
how this is going wrong or right, like to the viewers?
Yeah, it's just
Hmm.
so this is the slider, right? And the problem is everything inside the slider is positioned absolute, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
And slider doesn't have anything inside it.
Okay.
So effective height of slide inner is zero because all the content inside slide inner is absolutely positioned.
Hmm. Yeah.
All right. So if so, we can have a workaround. I mean, the only way to solve this is by adding a height to slide inner.
Hmm.
Right. So height, entire viewport height.
Okay.
Right. Slide inner will cover. This should work. Yeah, it worked.
Hmm.
All right.
Yes.
So what's the problem now? Transform, translate X is not working. Oh, I have two transforms. This shouldn't be here. So I think it's translate X, Y or something is there. Oh,
Hmm. Take it in Google. I think there is. First, it
I think it's
would be.
just translate. Left is X and right is Y.
Let's try with that. Perfect.
Anyway, it's we are doing with.
Hmm.
I think there should be some. Yeah, let me just click on the MDN reference. Transform, rotate, translate. Where is translate? I think there were links where I could click. All right, no problem. Translate,
See, there was this
transform,
transform.
translate. Yeah, translate. Length percentage doesn't make sense. Translate length percentage. A second argument is not required.
Yeah.
Transform, translate X. Oh, translate X. Yeah, let's just I am pretty confident that left would give you translate with regards to X axis and right would give you translate with regards to Y axis. I'm pretty confident.
Try.
Let's just try it out anyway.
Hmm.
It didn't work. Great. I haven't saved it.
Hmm.
So we are applying it to H1. Okay, let's just apply it to the image as well.
Hmm. So what we are trying to do with this transform, translate, and then minus 50%, minus 50%. Can you explain so that the
Yeah,
viewers
sure.
how I just hide behind the viewers every time and ask
Sorry.
silly questions.
Uh, 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 what is the problem with this one? Because, okay, gray on X.
Hmm.
Okay, I think 6 EM would do. Let me just create the correct font size. Okay, 7.7. But even now,
Hmm.
this doesn't look, that center-ish.
Hmm.
What is the problem? Okay, it looks enough. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, it's centered. It's centered only, but not centered to the mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is wrong?
Is it because you are giving from the top 50% also, or we are checking with the text?
Sorry.
No, that.
Yeah, because for both of them, I'm giving a top 50 percentage, right? So it shouldn't cause a problem. Okay, let me just
Click on that
check.
H1. Like click on that. Okay. Hmm.
Let me just inspect this and
Hmm.
check how I did here.
Yeah.
Yeah, translate only I have done. Here also.
How does it feel to like
Okay.
log into your website
Yeah, I
to
actually
do
did a
something on your
flexbox.
website?
So the one, yeah, I
Hmm.
should have just gone with a flexbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then this should work. I really want to know how why it's not working.
Hmm. You have given the
Why is it
max
not
height
working?
here for the image as 80 viewport height.
Sorry.
For that case, for the sample that we made, for that you have
Yeah.
given 80 viewport height for that image.
Yeah.
Does that affect in any way?
It shouldn't affect.
Hmm.
Because I think it's working perfectly fine. Yeah, only the gray onyx is this H1 tag is misbehaving. Left and top. Wow, this is great. Yup. Yeah, yeah. I think I got why.
Hmm.
Let's
Tell
just
us also,
see image and then
because we can't read your mind.
yeah, I'll
Mhm. Okay.
let me just try to solve it first. Session. Uh, for gray onyx, let me just note do a transformation of minus 50 percentage from top. Let me just settle with something like like 60 or 70 percentage. What is wrong? 100 percentage, and it worked. So technically,
Hmm.
I just did a top 50. I just technically removed top 50 percentage, right?
Hmm.
And what is happening?
This is 50%.
Yeah. So I have top 50 percentage.
Hmm.
All right. Just top 50 percentage now. For now.
Okay.
Right. So this is the position
Hmm.
when I put top 50 percentage.
Correct.
But this should not be the place it should be. That's why. That's what I was thinking. If you position something as absolute with respect to slider and have a margin, I mean, align it. Yeah. Correct. This is exactly where it should be. I'm sorry. I
Show us
have,
the path, show us the light.
yeah. Yeah, let me just do uh, translate to minus 100 percentage of the entire text upwards.
Hmm.
And this is centerish. This is the most centerish,
Yeah.
right? Okay, let's just settle with this.
Yeah. We at least have a work around how this works now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually this is the way it works. You can just try, do trial and error and work with this translate and find out. But
Can you explain
yeah,
this
I think the problem is
translate like?
this one has equal you know
Hmm.
margin towards top and bottom,
Hmm.
right? Gray onyx, you can see this yellow areas, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the one that's actually trying to give us a skewed layout. Then still this one looks more or less towards the center only. Yeah, let's just settle with this one.
Okay.
All right. So I'll have,
Hmm.
wait a second. Wait a second. What does okay. So I have two slide in there. So next slide in I'm going to put, I'm just going to copy everything. And here, I'm just going to say blue marble and blue.png. All right. Oh, I haven't changed it. And style.css, I am going to change this to 8 em,
Hmm.
just to bring down the size a bit. Oh, blue marble requires a little more lesser.
7 EM might do. I think 7.5.
Okay, great. Oh, I haven't closed.
I'm not seeing the blue marble text.
Yeah, yeah. Let me just change the size to 6.5 em. It should be
Hmm.
there. Yeah, it is there actually. But the problem here is
Hmm.
now the slide in. Why is it blue is 600 into 1175, and this is okay. So two specific widths. So that's why I think I gave a uniform width to the image. So the width of both of the images are not the same. So let's just do an 80
Hmm.
viewport width
Okay,
for the image.
let's try with that.
Oh, it is too much. It's just, how much? Do you remember how much I gave for the other one? Or else we'll have to do some trial and error. 40. Let's just do uh,
I don't remember
20.
that we specified the width in viewport widths like for the other one. Did we do that?
Sorry.
I don't remember that we did specify this width for the above image.
Yeah. We are actually doing it now.
Hmm.
Okay. Now
That's
it
fine.
looks fine, right? All right. And for gray on X. All right. And let's just so it's 25, right?
Hmm.
25 ish. And for the H1, we are trying to do minus 100%.
Yeah.
Uh, it didn't work. And I
Where is the
really
like
want to know.
some
Hmm?
content box in the bottom?
Sir,
Oh, it is here.
what happened? It was working till now, right?
Hmm.
Let me just remove everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And now let's just try to make remove this relative class from here.
Okay.
Yeah, see.
Hmm.
You know what happened was Currently, it was positioning this mobile and the text. It was absolutely positioning it with respect to the slide inner, right?
Hmm.
And when I removed the relative class from slide inner, what happened was it will look for the next parent class above it, which has a relative class, so that when I say top 50 percentage, it will have a top 50 percentage relative to that content. All right.
Yeah.
So uh, so there is no relative classes above slide inner. All right. So now what is happening is it's just having a top 50 percentage with respect to the entire body. I guess that's what I
Yeah.
think is happening now, right? But when we click, when we give this position relative back to slide inner,
Hmm.
it will detect its parent that has a relative class, which is slide inner, and it will have a top 50 percentage within that container which has all
Yeah.
right. Does it make sense now?
Yeah. It makes sense. It makes
Okay,
perfect.
great.
Till now we are doing great.
Yeah. And now for the logic I'm trying to apply.
Hmm.
All right. So basically what I'm trying to do is, when the user scrolls to this page,
Hmm.
till here, when the top or the yeah when the bottom part hits the not let's just not say top bottom part yet. What I'm trying to do is, the user when the slider division hits the top of your browser, all right,
Yeah.
I want to increase or decrease the width and height of I mean the width of this gray onyx. All right.
Hmm.
Does this make sense?
Yeah. This makes sense. But
All right.
I want to understand that. What can you show that sample that we made so that we can get a clear picture what we are trying to do?
All right. So now, all right, while I'm scrolling now, nothing's happening, right?
Hmm. Nothing.
But when this blue marble division hits the top, all
Hmm.
right,
Yeah.
see,
Oh.
can you see the style changing towards the right?
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
When it hits the top, what I'm going to say is, I will what I'll do is, I'll position at that moment, I will make the slider as fixed. All right.
Hmm.
I will position it as fixed there, and then I'll make one layer go above the bottom layer at this position. All right.
Okay.
Let's just observe it again. All right.
How will you track that when it does that? Will you use media queries?
Yeah, I don't use media query. I'll just use I mean JavaScript alone.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. So when it hits here, position is fixed, and the top is aligned to zero. So
Hmm.
when I make top to zero, what happens is one container
Hmm.
goes above the other container.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
And then what happens is, on upon scrolling next, the height of the top container,
Hmm.
it goes on increasing till it leaves the viewport. I mean, till uh, this is slightly above this,
Hmm.
right? Till
Yeah.
it's slightly above the bottom of the browser,
Hmm.
and after that nothing happens.
Yeah.
I have changed the position to relative
Relative.
back again.
You have done it just like a professional. Like it's looking very good.
Yeah.
You cannot
Now,
tell that it's made
I
by someone and not by a professional.
yeah, it's just right.
Professional in the sense of Apple level. I know you work in a
Yeah, I
company.
am a
So I get it.
professional. Do not underestimate the TCS, sir. Maybe.
So
Uh,
now your
yeah,
task is to make us understand how you will do this, like while
yeah,
doing
yeah.
it.
Actually, I am trying to understand how I did this.
Now we are very much confident.
Yeah. See, this is like I've said, it's just a hobby, you know. I really love to see it work,
Hmm.
and I don't think through what I am doing then, what I was doing then. I didn't think that much because mostly when I did this, it was mostly trial and error, trial and error, trial and error stuff, and
Hmm.
I might have at least spent 2 hours on this. I could have easily spent 2 hours on this. I
Yeah.
can tell that.
We would love to
But
spend 2 hours on this with you.
yeah, you might have to, because upon seeing the layout, this is not even close to the one we have right now.
Yeah.
So we are in for a ride. Yeah.
No worries. Let's do.
Yeah. Okay. So what do I want?
Hmm.
When this one hits just the top, I want it to stay fixed. All right. Upon this position, upon
Hmm.
this uh, particular,
Division.
yeah, upon hitting here,
Hmm.
it should stay fixed. What should stay fixed? Slider should stay fixed. All
Okay,
right.
slide. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Position is fixed.
Hmm.
Uh, I guess that's uh, position is fixed and top 0. But something else happened. Uh, I think we'll have to give a width also.
Hmm.
Right.
Hmm.
So this is what I want. All right. It should stay fixed.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
When it hits here, it should stay fixed. And once all the scrolling is done, it should uh, change from fixed to relative,
Okay.
and it should do that kind of very smoothly.
Hmm.
So so yeah, let's just find, we did some change, right? Let's just have the width as well as 100 v width.
Okay.
All right. So let's just jump into the JavaScript and then make some mistake and
Hmm.
finally figure out how I did it the
Sure.
last time. Because yeah, there is one more thing I think I should do right now. Uh, yeah, yeah. Let's just give it a background first. Um, I mean, slide in. Just let's just give a white background, so so it's, so that the background is not that transparent.
Okay.
FFF. Yeah, FFF stands for white. I think, or you can just type in white. It will also work.
Hmm. Okay.
All right. So if I want to position the bottom container on top of the other container, I need a mm, mm, mm. I need them both as absolute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need them both as absolute. But and then to align something as absolute, I need a parent relative container. Let's think about it. All right, let me just collapse everything.
Hmm.
Collapse. All right, all right. Okay, so why is it not? Let me just. Okay, so let's have some space here. I have a bottom container and a top container.
Okay.
All right,
Hmm.
and I want both of them to be positioned absolute.
Okay.
But the problem here is, if I position them as absolute, I will lose the inner positioning, because the inner contents really requires slide inner to be relatively positioned, right?
Hmm.
So I can't just go and position slide inner as an absolute list. Or what I can do is, let slide inner be asset, right? Just let's not touch slide inner. Let's just remove this top and bottom and
Hmm.
make it as parent divisions of each, right? So like
Yeah, absolutely.
div dot top here, and then let's make top and bottom
That's
as,
absolute.
let's say, uh, absolute containers. It makes sense then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And similarly, uh, div dot bottom, oh bottom,
Hmm. You really like the bottom.
shift, yeah, x, and here you go. All right. So what happened now is, okay, let's just remove this. Slide inner is still relatively positioned, and we have two parent divisions. Here it's top, here it's bottom, and these two are going to be positioned as absolute. To have them positioned as absolute, I need to make the slider relative, right?
Yeah.
So let's say dot slider
Hmm.
position,
Relative.
position relative. All right. I need it to still have the height it would, I need to preserve the entire height of the slider,
Okay.
even though this might be positioned absolute. All right. So what is the total height of both slide inners? One is, each has 100 vh height, right?
Yeah.
So let me just have a height of 200 vh here. Makes sense, right? Does it make sense?
No. Tell us. The viewers want to know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Great.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's not have 200. Okay. So slider. So before we were making the entire change, slide inner had 100 vh height, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
And but then slide inner was positioned as relative.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, if I make it absolute, all right,
Hmm.
then the slider classes, uh, you know effective height would be zero, right? Because slider class now doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just has two absolutely positioned
Devs in.
divisions. We don't want that, right? We
Yeah.
want it to have the same height as above, before.
Hmm.
So what was the height it had before we made the entire change? Slide inner had 100 vh height. So there were two slide inners. So
Hmm.
effectively, we had 200 vh height, right?
Yeah. So
So I'm
after you
just
made it absolute,
telling
you
it
have.
to preserve the height.
Yeah. Got it. Got it now.
Okay. All right. And now what happens is, we can have the top and bottom to have to position. Yeah, let's position them as absolute. Position absolute. All right.
Hmm.
And then we will have one more problem. Uh, Now, uh, yeah, let's find. I mean, let's just have a look, and then yeah, it's working fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, bottom. Oh, okay. Wait, I haven't saved the style. I guess I
Okay.
have saved the style, but it still doesn't have position absolute yet. Oh, wait a second. Wait, I forgot a comma. Yeah,
Hmm.
this was the problem. One layer got above the other layer. All right. For now, we want this behavior, but let's just not have it yet. So what I'm going to do is, for bottom, I'm just going to say a top of 100 VH.
Hmm.
Okay, what will happen now? It's just
Let's
okay.
see.
Okay. So what happened now is I have a slider, I have a top container, I had a bottom container,
Hmm.
but then the top container was above the bottom container, but what I want was uh, uh, I don't want it to be uh, you know
Overlap.
along the z-axis. I don't want it to I don't want it to overlay.
Hmm.
So what I did was I manually added a top margin to bottom, a
Hmm.
top positioning to bottom, which is equal to the height of the top container.
Yeah.
Height of the top container is 100 VH. So
Hmm.
I just told bottom to position itself 100 100 VH with respective to the slider container.
Hmm.
So effectively, it will come below the
Yeah.
top
Below the
container.
first.
Yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yeah. This makes sense completely.
All right, great, great. So now bottoms top is 100 VH.
Hmm.
But what I want to do is when we slide and hit here, I want the bottoms top to be 0,
Hmm.
so that at that moment it will overlay bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, it should be the other way around. We kind of yeah, top should overlay bottom, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Top
yeah,
should
it
overlap.
was the other day, other way around. Okay, anyway, you got my point, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I got it.
It would overlay here, and then height of bottom point at this point should be 0.
Hmm.
Mm,
Height of the bottom should be zero. Why?
it should be right, but why didn't it work? Oh, sorry. Here we have, right. Height should be uh, all right. Let's just not attempt that yet, because there is one more problem. Because yeah, there is one more problem. Let's just not attempt it right now.
Okay.
Or let's say let's just do it right away. So slide inner
Hmm.
is a relative container.
Yeah.
If I want to change the height of the relative container
Hmm.
without affecting its position, what shall I do? What shall I do? If I want to do that, I need to have a relative container, and inside that relative container, I need absolutely positioned stuff.
Hmm.
So essentially, slide inner should be absolutely positioned. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Yeah, because effectively bottom is yeah, yeah. Yes.
Hmm. What did you understand? Tell us.
I need. Sorry.
What did you understand? Tell us also.
Yeah, let me just understand first.
Hmm. Okay.
I might have to fall back to my previous example. I really want to know how I did this position bottom. Let me just inspect top.
Yeah.
Top is positioned absolute and slide inner is positioned relative. That's fine.
Hmm.
Yeah, this should work. This is exactly how we have it right now. Height is 180 px. Let me
But
just try it again.
hmm.
Let me just change the height of top to, let's say, height of height of, let's say, 100 px. Nothing is happening, right?
Hmm.
Top's height is 100 px, but the inside content, it's just, oh, let me just do an overflow. Maybe overflow is hidden.
Hmm. Let's try that.
Okay, that did the trick. If
Hmm.
I just increase the sites to 200, yeah, 300,
Hmm.
400,
So
yeah,
tell us also what was happening wrong before, and like what
yeah.
changed with overflow hidden.
Okay, okay, great.
Hmm.
So we have finally decided on a layout, right?
Yeah.
So we have a top which is positioned absolute, and then we have a relative container inside that,
Hmm.
right? So what we need now is we need to change the height of top, all right, without affecting the position of inner slider. Because if I change the height of inner slider, what happens is, as you can see, slider inner, there shouldn't be any problem. Okay, inside slider inner we
Hmm.
have gray on X, right?
Yeah.
These are all based on percentage calculation, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Top of 50 percentage, we shouldn't actually change the height of slider inner. So instead, the best possible way we can have is to change the height of top bar.
Oh. Okay.
One, because since top bar is positioned as absolute, even though we change the height, it is not going to affect the slider inner, I mean slide inner, because slide
Hmm.
inner is positioned relative and top is positioned absolute. So if we
Absolutely.
can just have an overflow as hidden, all right,
Hmm.
overflow as hidden, what it will do is it will effectively change the height of the top to 500 px, and whatever that is, it will hide whatever that is beyond the 500 px.
Hmm.
All right. Does this make sense?
Yeah. This makes sense.
All right, great. So for top and bottom, I'm just going to have an overflow hidden.
Hmm.
And by the way, this slider at the bottom, I don't want that. So this is some housekeeping I usually do before having, writing, before writing any CSS. For HTML and body,
Hmm.
I'll make margin as 0, and then I'll just make overflow X as hidden.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. See this. When I hover here, see, there is some margin that is uh, towards the left and right. If you can find it, there is some margin for body, right? I don't want that. If you
Yeah.
can see the yellow portion towards the left and right,
Hmm.
yeah, I don't want that. And apart from that, when I gave 100 vh, it's scrolling, it's actually having some scroll space towards the right. I don't want that as well. So this
So
is some
you.
housekeeping I do always. I'll just, before writing CSS, I'll just add this margin 0. Maybe I'll also add padding 0 and overflow excess hidden.
Hmm.
This is one thing I do in every HTML, I mean every CSS file. Yeah, now it looks perfect, right?
Yeah.
There is no margin
Hmm.
inside padding within body.
Hmm.
All right, great. Now let's just jump into the JS part.
Hmm.
All right. So
What will you call it? Index.js? Or
yeah, index.js, maybe, because if I name it as index.js, maybe Visual Studio would be kind enough to polyfill everything for me.
yeah.
No, it didn't. I had to manually type in the name. Yeah, great. Yeah, but then usually people don't keep script JS files inside here. They usually place it just above the body, right?
Why
So
is that so? So that after loading
yeah,
everything.
the argument I've heard is then it will load only after the page entirely loads or something. I mean, I'm not sure about that because now we have other, I mean, like syntactic stuff. I think it's differ or something.
Yeah.
If you type differ or something, it will wait for entire page load to
Hmm.
load the script SRC, I guess. Let me just quickly check what it does. Differ attribute. Oh, yeah, the defer attribute tells the browser not to wait for the script. Instead, the browser will continue to process the HTML build DOM. Script loads in the background and then runs when DOM is fully built.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think differ will do the trick now.
Yeah. Let's add differ with our script.
Yeah,
The
great.
differ attribute. Hmm.
This is not the one, right? This is the one. All right. So now in index.js, what do I want to do? I want to check whether the slider hits the top,
Hmm.
right? So let's just save, just create a variable war slider.
Hmm.
Slider is equal to it's document.query selector, right?
Hmm.
To find classes. Okay. So document.query selector will give me uh, the what do you say?
Basically, the element.
The HTML element that has a class slider.
Correct.
And how will I check if it actually hit the top? Yeah, there is something called slider dot get inner rectangle, something like that is there. I forgot that. Get bounding. Yeah, get bounding rect, I guess.
Get
So
bounding.
basically, let me just check. Yeah, get
Let's.
bounding rect. Oh, the documentation should be right here. It's not there. So basically, what get bounding rect do is
Hmm.
it will give me the relative position, not relative position. Yeah, it will give me the position of the entire slider element
Hmm.
with respect to the browser, to the viewport. All right,
Hmm.
all right. Let's just try to do this. Oh, okay. Let's just try this in inside our console itself, so we can see it then and there, right?
Hmm.
So what I'm trying to do is what slider is equal to document dot query selector of dot slider. All right. So effectively, we should have yeah, division slider is there. All right. So now what I'm trying to do is I'll just say slider dot get bounding client rect. All right.
Okay.
And if I say dot top, I guess, yeah, dot top,
Hmm.
I'll get to know that. See this 36 here.
Yeah.
It basically says that our division slider is 36. I don't know the unit. It's 36 some unit it should be pixel. It is pixel. Yeah, 36 pixel below the top of our viewport. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just scroll it a bit more. All right. And now let me just do it again. Uh, it's 30 now. Right.
Hmm.
And let me just scroll it again. Uh, it's 10. How
Then
will I know that it has crossed the top? It is so if it crosses the top, then the value should be negative,
100%.
right? Minus one or two.
Hmm.
All right. So the one possible way to check whether our slider is within the viewport is by, yeah, getting the bounding circle. Bounding client rect, and and making sure that it's always negative.
Yeah.
Or yeah, is it so? It's always negative. Yeah, we should make it fixed when it's negative. And if you check it here, now the bottom is positive, right?
Yeah.
Bottom is positive.
Bottom is.
Once the entire scrolling completes, the bottom will also become negative. Otherwise, okay, entire scrolling completes. Entire scrolling completes in the sense, no, we can't do it with
For the
slider
container or
yet.
for the container or
No, for
for
slider.
slider? Okay.
When the slider becomes out of viewport, this becomes negative. All right. So that is that is what we are trying to do. I think let me just refer to the
Hmm.
JS I wrote back. Oh, did I delete everything? Oh, this is not the one. This is the one we are actually doing enough.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, open with Visual Studio Code itself. Um, yeah, when bottom is greater than the inner height. Oh, that's oh actually that's actually brilliant. I can't believe I did that. Wow. This is actually awesome.
But were you
What
using
I checked was, instead of making it go beyond the slider, if I can just say that if it is within the viewport height, if the bottom is within the viewport height, I can say, let's say, if so currently this is the bottom, right?
Yeah.
This portion is the bottom.
Hmm.
So what I can check is, if the uh, sliders bottom edge, okay, is below the is less than the whole height of the window, right?
Mm,
Uh,
not did not get it.
okay. So on scrolling, what will happen is,
Hmm.
currently if I just do a slider dot bounding rect dot bottom is 1080. All right.
Yeah.
And once it crosses the bottom of the browser,
Hmm.
it will be more than, right, it will be, yeah, it will be less than my browser's height, right? My the entire viewport's height, right?
Hmm.
Once it's within the viewport.
Less than 100 VH? Are you trying to say
Yeah,
that?
yeah, less than 100 VH,
Hmm.
whatever 100 VH resolves to later.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually used that technique to check whether the content is within the viewport. If the get bounding client rect dot bottom
Hmm.
is less than, because now it's not, the bottom is not within our viewport, right?
Yeah.
If I just get the bottom, it's 1062. If I scroll a bit more,
Hmm.
a bit more, it will be more, right? Oh, it's less. And it will lessen up, and once it's less than my browser's height, I can make sure that it has hit the bottom of the browser, right?
Hmm. Yes,
Yeah, that's that's the whole logic, I guess. Okay,
that's
I have actually written a method for that, which accepts any random element and will return if it's in viewport. Great. Okay, so instead of having this here, let's just have that method.
hmm.
Function is in viewport, and this would accept uh, an element.
Hmm.
This would accept an element,
Hmm.
and I will check whether let's say war enclosing rect is equal to element dot get what was it, enclosing what was it, I forgot. Let me just check. Get bounding. Yeah. Actually, this is the problem. If you depend too much on code completion, you will eventually become dumber. Yeah. Enclosing rect, and now I'll have to check so this is in viewport
Hmm. Yes.
if if the top of the enclosing rectangle is less than 0, right?
Hmm.
If the top of enclosing rect enclosing, what is wrong? Oh,
Why are there no suggestions?
yeah, I think I just you know criticized their code completion. So
Okay.
yeah, they are hearing us.
Hmm.
Return enclosing rect dot top
Hmm.
is greater than, I mean, less than 0, by which I can say that it has already crossed the top.
Yeah.
It has hit the top,
Hmm.
and and enclosing
I think you have to give
enclosing
space. It
rect.
will not work. Will it work?
Sorry.
Without the space between the zero and the ampersand, will it work?
Should work.
Okay.
Yeah, let's hope it works.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
there shouldn't be any problem. It should work because
Okay.
the engine, I mean, the compiler is intelligent enough.
Yeah. VS Code is also very intelligent. If VS Code is hearing.
Yeah. Dot bottom
Hmm.
is greater than my window dot inner height. Inner height is a method, right?
Hmm.
It's a property.
Property. Okay.
I'm not sure.
It
Okay.
should be
So this
greater than
check
or
will
less
tell
than.
me that. Sorry.
Enclosing rect dot bottom should be greater than window height or less than window height. Because whenever we check the bottom, it was.
Yeah. It should be less than window height. Let me just check again.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, rectus bottom is greater than or equal to window height. Why did I do that? Uh, Bottom is no. Yeah. It's correct only. So I'm checking when it's inside the viewport, right? The method is in viewport.
Okay. Okay.
Once it gets less, it's outside the view. I mean, it has already crossed the bottom, right?
Yeah, it has crossed.
Yeah. Greater than or equal to. Yeah. I also got confused. Okay. So if it's less than zero, the top has already crossed the bottom. The top of the division, top of the element has crossed the top of our viewport. And this check will ensure that the bottom has crossed the bottom of our viewport. The bottom of the element we have has crossed the bottom of the viewport. All
Yeah.
right, great. And mm, let me just say, look if Visual Studio Code has some suggestions. I mean, code completion suggestions.
Hmm.
Control plus A, Control plus K, and Control plus F. Yes, they had something. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, what am I going to do with this? Let's just do it here first.
Hmm.
All right. So when I find out that it's within the viewport, all right, I want to make the slider as fixed. All
Hmm.
right.
When it's
Now,
inside the view.
yeah, the slider should be made position. It's not position is not a relative. The position is fixed, and nothing happened. Why didn't anything happen? Position is fixed, and I have a height of 100 vh. Yeah, position is fixed now. No
Hmm.
problem. But then top had, oh, let me just do a top 0. Still nothing happened. Oh, width. Oh, I didn't mention width. Oh, I forgot to mention width. Still there is some. Oh,
Will it will be, yes, viewport width. Yes.
viewport width. Okay, this is slider, and I made the position to be fixed, and I didn't mention it to be top to be 0. Yeah, now it's
Hmm.
okay. So slider, it got fixed, positioned as fixed, and then the height of the top should be 0. All right,
Yeah.
height should be 0.
Zero.
Oh, what happened? Oh, top and bottom. Sorry. Height of top alone. Okay, let me just do bottom alone. Height of bottom should be 0. All right.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Let's just fix this first, because we have found an error, right?
Hmm.
So we need we need to position top below the bottom, right? So
Yeah.
for top, I am going to give a z index of 1.
It should be Z, and then
Hyphen index, yes. Right. Let's just fix this first, and then and we notice something else, right? For slider, we haven't mentioned the width.
yeah, 100
Width
V.
is 100 vh. I
VW.
mean 100 vw. And then for bottom, uh, okay, 100 vh, and I need the top to be 0. This won't have this will have effect when a slider becomes fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, let me just refresh this again.
Hmm.
When this goes here and hits here, I'm
Hmm.
going to make slider position as fixed. All right, it got fixed.
Hmm.
And then tops height is going to be 0.
Hmm.
Okay, just do it here. Is 0 px. Why didn't work?
Hmm. That is what I'm thinking.
Oh, wait. We have to first position top above the bottom. So for that, I will have to first change the top to 0, right?
Hmm.
So now we have done it. Okay. Did you get what I just did?
Yeah, but please under.
Yeah. Let's just start over.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Scroll when it hits here. I
Hmm.
want the slider to be fixed.
Okay.
Slider as fixed,
Hmm.
and then I want the top to get positioned above, because now the top is positioned below the bottom. I want it to come above the bottom. So I want the
Hmm.
top to be 0 now.
Yeah.
If I just make the top 0, just do it again. When it's 50, now it's 50, now it's 20, and when it becomes 0, it will get placed above the bottom,
Yeah.
because it has a z index 1. Even if it didn't have a z index, it should uh,
Do that.
position itself above.
Hmm.
All right. And now what I want to do is I want to make elements height as 0. And once we start scrolling,
Hmm.
all right, on scrolling, I want the height to increase. So I want it to make 100 px. Eh, what happened? Yeah, 100 px. I want to make it, let's say 200, 3, see, say
Hmm.
400, 500, 600. I want to make it in, I want to increase the height on scrolling. But then I don't think what there is something more in here.
Hmm.
uh, because if I position something as fixed, right, I won't have the scroll bar there. How
Yeah.
am I having scroll bar here? Yeah, let's just find out.
Hmm.
Yeah, we don't have the scroll bar here, right?
Hmm.
Let's just do it, and find out what is the
Is it
difference
is it
with
because
both
of
of the
the
approaches we are
overflow
having.
hidden in for the top in the bottom
Could be,
plus?
because of the overload. I mean overlay. I will find out.
Hmm.
Okay, all right. Uh, let's just you know uh, kind of write everything in code.
Hmm.
Whatever we
Yeah.
discussed right now, let's just have them in code. Now, when do I want it to, uh, when do I want to make it fixed? On scroll, right? So I need an on scroll listener. So mm, document dot how do I register a listener? I forgot. Let me just quick. What was that? Yeah, add event listener. Oh, window dot add event listener.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because yeah, forgot. Window dot add event listener, because it's the browser that gives us event listeners, right?
Hmm.
I actually had while I was learning JavaScript, I used to remember these
Hmm.
stuff. If you have something that is given by the browser, you need to use window. If you are accessing something by virtue of the DOM, you need to have document. I used to, because it was confusing to me back then. But then now when I think I understand JavaScript, I make these mistakes.
Now you are onto bigger things like Knockout JS, React JS.
Yeah. Even listener, and the listener is scroll, right?
Yeah.
And then I will have a callback function. Is
Hmm.
it how it works?
Yeah.
This should be how it actually works.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's how it actually works. Yeah, I still remember stuff. Yeah. Yeah, scroll. And on scroll, uh, how much height should I give it? Okay, let's do the other stuff first. All
Hmm.
right. So what? Okay, we have slider, and we have to make slider as fixed. First, I have to check if slider in viewport is in viewport slider. Then I have to add uh, slider dot style or something. What was that? Dot CSS. Oh, no, I forgot how to add inline styles. Style itself. Slider dot style.
Hmm.
Dot style dot position.
Hmm.
Position is equal to fixed. All right.
Right.
And then what I want to have is I also need the top container dot top, and for the top container I want its top to be 0. So when I make that top to be 0, when so that it will overlay over the bottom container.
Yeah. Hmm.
And then I want top's height to change with respect to the scroll. How do I do that? All right, let me just refresh. So I am going to scroll till the height of, what is this? Yeah, I'm going to scroll till the height of top,
Hmm.
and then for subsequent scrolls I make, I need to get the height of the scroll and assign it as height of my division.
Yeah. Correct.
Right. All right. So how do I get the height of the scroll? Window dot scroll height, right? I think that's the command. I mean, that's the property. Style dot uh, give me a second.
Hmm. We can check it also on MDN.
Okay,
Hmm.
Arthur, give me a minute. Let me get some water.
Sure. Sure. So, guys, anybody watching this till here, thank you for watching this. And don't worry, we will push all the code to GitHub. And moreover, we will try to, in the future, sometime, we will try to create a more polished version. But this is what this is the real tutorial in the sense, not the ones you see where the person does not do any mistake or something. This is how actual development looks like.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. I had a dry throat, so
Yeah, so the
just
man is
want to
back
get some
now.
water. Yeah. All right. So top dot style dot, what is it? Height. All right. So
Hmm.
I want the height to be whatever the scroll height is. All right. And I get the scroll height from window dot scroll top, I guess. Scroll Y. Eh, where did I get scroll top from? I think it's from jQuery. jQuery has something called scroll top, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I was thinking
Yeah,
that. Yes,
scroll Y.
jQuery has something like
Window dot, yeah. Window dot scroll Y would give me the total scroll from top. But then I don't want the total scroll from top, because the problem is I have a top container here, right?
yeah.
I only want uh, whatever scroll happens beyond this top container.
Hmm. After our
So
slider touches the top.
after,
Hmm.
Yeah. So scroll by minus this height of the top, the the other container would do, right?
Hmm.
Okay, let me just first. Oh, do you want me to refer to my code now, or shall we try this?
Whatever you feel like, whatever is your intuition.
I think this will work
Hmm.
because the way uh, we articulated the problem. I think this should work.
Hmm.
Let's try that. Let's try that first, and let's
Then we
hope
always have the code
this
to fall
works.
back.
And if this doesn't work,
Hmm.
yeah, if this doesn't work, let's find out what logic I used back then,
Hmm.
because yeah, I'm not sure if I'm thinking the right way now. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, the some container, or should I regret naming it some container now. Yeah, because then when I was writing the that markup, I never thought I'll be using it. And that's some container, right? Some container. Was it some container? Yeah. Oh, I have actually copied it. Some content. Okay.
Hmm.
So scroll y minus some content, some container dot inner height. No inner height. Oh yeah, there is inner height.
Hmm.
Inner height is a property, right? Yeah, inner
Yeah.
height is a property. Dot inner height plus px. All right.
Hmm.
Uh, 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 uh. It should work. Do I need to give brackets here just to be extra cautious?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Let's do this. So what happened? So if the slider is in viewport, I want the slider to be fixed, and
Hmm.
the top of the top container should be 0, which means it should be above the bottom container,
Hmm.
and then the height of top container should be the scroll position minus the height of whatever content is above it. I think instead of doing this,
Hmm.
there's actually a better way.
How?
Because see the problem here is I am actually checking the height of some content, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
So instead of that, uh, when you try to create this, maybe recreate this slider, you might not have the same markup as this, right?
Hmm.
So I think we shouldn't depend upon some content, we should just depend upon slider. I
Hmm.
think we should just get the sliders offset top. We should not get the height of some content.
That's a better way. Yeah.
Yeah. So I shouldn't think like once it hit, I should get the scroll size minus height of the top content. I should actually think I should have actually thought like I should get the height minus height of whatever content is above the slider. I think for that, I think offset top would help us, right? Top wash. I'm just going to say margin top maybe. I'm not sure whether I'm talking vanilla JavaScript. I might be thinking in a jQuery or some framework perspective, but I'm pretty sure it should have something like that. That offset, no,
We can search it. We can search it.
yeah, or shall I just refer here?
We can refer also. Better.
Yeah, offset top. I used offset top. Okay, I'm actually confused now. Offset top. Why didn't it give me the suggestion? Oh, actually, they have an image. that compares scroll by and did it, yeah, let me just find that image first. This is great actually. Wait, let the image load. This is exactly what we wanted.
Hmm.
What we are doing right now. Oh shit, it's too small. See, see, check. I mean, like, dude, everything we just used is within this image.
Oh,
Here it's the bounding rectangle dot height. This is the offset top, and this is the window dot scroll y.
yeah.
This is amazing. Actually, I should have searched for this image before. Okay. So
Maybe
window dot scroll y,
for the
yeah, window dot scroll y. What it says is,
hmm.
unless I scroll to 28,645 pixel, I won't be able to see this division.
Yeah.
Yeah, or I should scroll 28,645 pixel to this division to get to the top.
Same thing. Hmm.
Parent, yeah, same thing. Yeah, but the elements offset from the top of the division is 28,704.
Hmm.
So that is what the element offset top is.
Yeah.
All right.
Got it.
So if I get, if I actually try to get the offset top, I should not care whatever content is above my division.
Exactly. Yes.
So I shouldn't, yeah. And similarly, the bounding client will be the with respect to the viewport. This is a viewport. Oh, this white thing is the viewport.
Hmm.
Yeah, 73 pixel from top of viewport.
Yeah.
Great, right? This image makes more sense, right?
Yeah. What we can do is when we push our files to GitHub, we can
Yeah,
give this image also there. It will be good for the.
yeah. I'm not sure if it's copyrighted. Yeah, it's in Stack Overflow. Oh, we can just give the Stack Overflow link.
Yeah. That's even better.
That's great, actually. That's, yeah. Yeah, I'll just share this Stack Overflow link, and I actually told I'd share a link for something else, right? What was that?
I think.
That translate and
Yeah.
transition, the trick that people use to centerline, that is from csstricks.com. I'll have to share. Back then I used to read a lot of articles for friend end, but now since I've landed in a job,
Hmm.
I barely get the time for this. I'll have to find it out somewhere. It should be easy to find.
Hmm.
Yeah.
CSS Tricks is a
So the
pretty
margin
popular website.
top. Sorry.
I said that CSS Tricks is a pretty popular website.
Yeah.
It will
It's
be.
it's pretty popular. So I should get it within within the first page of Google, or if not the first result.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, margin top is top dot offset top. Is the offset top deprecated or something? Because it's not giving me the suggestion. So I should never should have I never should have thought of even thought of using some container. Yeah. So it's just minus margin top.
Is there a possibility that it is not giving you that suggestion because you have not given the semicolon in the second line? Is that possible?
It shouldn't be no, because JavaScript doesn't dictate how to use a
Yeah, but it was
semicolon.
not giving for the if in the line three it was not giving the suggestion now for offset top.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's, yeah. Mm,
Is our spelling correct?
or let me just try it here.
Yeah,
Top dot offset. Yeah, it's giving now. Could
this
it be
VS Code
because
is
of that?
very good. Good. If it,
Yeah, it could be because of that. But I'm not so sure about that.
okay, let's continue.
Maybe we'll find it out afterwards, and yeah. Okay, so this is what happens. All right, I want to position it to top, and once if it is not within the viewport, all right, what I want to do is I want to revert everything to the default height and width and stuff. So let me just copy everything
Hmm.
and paste it here. The position is relative,
Yeah.
and height top is 100 vh 100 wh
Hmm.
100
Okay.
wh. Yeah, vh, sorry. I don't know where I got that. And height is 100 vh only.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
let's just see what
What happens?
we have. Yeah, what we have created first. Okay, okay, the page seems to be loading, and nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Yeah, great.
Did we save
What
our
is
style sheet
wrong?
and the JS file?
Sorry.
Did we save our JS file?
Yeah, we have.
We did. Okay.
Add event listener scroll. I think is differ doing something. Let me just find out.
Hmm.
It shouldn't do anything. Yeah, it's not differ.
Yeah, it's not ever.
Okay, let's. Oh, top dot offset is off. Yeah, yeah, great. I usually check whether it's a property or a function, but right at the place where I didn't check.
Hmm.
Yeah, great. Ah,
It's just that. Oh my
element is
god.
null, is in viewport. I passed slider. How come slider is null? What element is null?
This is what happens when you remove one error, 100 more
Yeah,
come.
unable to get property defined or null reference. Okay, null reference, but then I passed in slider to it, and slider is actually an element. Let me just check.
Hmm.
Just clear everything.
Hmm.
Slider is actually an element.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just assign. Let me just do this manually.
Hmm.
Let me just check if is in viewport. Yeah, in viewport is available for us. And let me just check if slider is available to us. Slider is null.
Null.
What happened? Maybe we have to defer it and wait for the entire dome to get loaded.
Yeah.
And let's try it again. Top dot style is undefined. What is top? Document dot get element by ID. Document dot query selected top. Top dot style is not defined, but then slider dot style is defined. Interesting. Division class is top.
Hmm.
Then what? What is wrong? Let me just check here. There shouldn't be a problem. Why is it undefined? Don't we have any style for top? Dot style. It's here. Yeah, it's not undefined. Let me just console.log top.
Yeah.
Eh.
What is this?
Build file. Oh, wait. There there is. It's referring to the entire HTML. Oh, wait. Let me just do this.
Hmm.
And top style is undefined. My God. Top is document.query, select top. But then, what is wrong? There shouldn't be anything wrong here. Did I just have class as top only? Class is top, and when I check the console, it's working fine,
Hmm.
but still, let me just override. Where is the console? Top is equal to document.query. Division class is top. And now if I scroll, still I'm getting top. That style is undefined. If I just say top, top is top is getting assigned to window. Oh, top is a global variable. Oh my god. What was I thinking? Top actually refers to window.top.
Oh my
Oh
God. Yes. It's a
yeah.
keyword, right? It's a keyword.
Yeah, this is, oh my god. This is what happens if you don't. Yeah. Like we have reserved words in JavaScript and I mean Java and C++, right? So similarly,
Keyword.
top is actually a global. Oh my god.
Global identifier.
Yeah. Yeah. I What took me so long to I mean understand this. I mean, maybe I'm getting old.
Yeah, now I am understanding why my mother used to say eat this vegetables.
Uh, share.
No worries, we learned something.
Yeah. Let's hope it works now. Or even if it doesn't work, let's just not site appears to be scrolling. This might not work well with asynchronous panning. Scrolling defects. Oh, okay. So we have you something as fishy.
Oh, magic is happening. Blue is converting to
Yeah. So what is wrong?
hmm.
Slider is in viewport.
Did you change the class from there also? Like in HTML also you index.html also you changed
No,
it?
I actually took this. Oh, top top container. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's check now.
The magic is still there.
Oh, okay.
What is wrong? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Let me just compare it with the other thing. Position is fixed, and then construct is get bounding rectangle, and
Hmm.
then I'm going to return enclosing top. And why did I keep this document.get element? Might be for places which doesn't have a window.inner height. Let me have that anyway. Oh, that's great.
It's at line 20, at line 19. Yeah.
But this should not be the problem. Oh, what? Top 100 VH? Yeah, top 100 VH. That's correct. If it's not within the
Hmm.
height is score view minus margin top. It's correct, correct, correct. What is wrong? That shouldn't be the one. If I once it hits the top, it just what's back, right? If in viewport,
Hmm.
slided at styled position is fixed,
Hmm.
and let me just give a console.log
Yeah.
for in viewport. I mean, not as slider. Uh, but, I mean, here I'll just do a console.log. I just want to find out when it's happening. Hello.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's happening. So that position, that part is correct, and the else is also working fine, I guess.
Yeah. What is going
Slider
wrong
is,
for us here?
I don't know. Should be something silly. Yeah, hello is working fine. Yeah, else is working fine. Else is also working fine. But then what happens is
Hmm.
I'm just trying to make position slider uh, fixed. Let me just try this manually.
Yeah. Like this, doing it live is a very good exercise to learn debugging,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Tell people how dumb you are.
No,
It's
but this
actually
is
a
what actually
very good.
happens. This is what actually happens. Like in companies
Yeah,
also.
this is, yeah, exactly. This is what actually happens. How long are we into this? I mean, when did we start this thing?
I think we are 2 hours, 18 minutes into this, but no worries.
Oh my god.
I'm enjoying this and
So
it
it actually took me the uh, the same time which it took me
2 months back.
the previous time. So yeah, it shouldn't be the case.
Yeah, but you are doing a lot, man. You are doing a lot. Apart from this, this is
Yeah.
just a hobby, right?
Yes. Dot height.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. So when this is becoming fixed, I couldn't scroll. Why can't I scroll? I'm not able to scroll. So I am suspecting that the fixed container which I had previously had an overflow. No, it didn't have an overflow. What is happening? What is happening? Yeah, let me just
Hmm.
come
There's
here.
something very fundamental that we are not seeing, right?
Yeah, yes. So what I have here is
Hmm.
I have a container which has above the fixed container. So, and then I am actually depending upon the slide container
Hmm.
to tell me, uh, and then I am not making the same container fixed. I'm making the inner container fixed.
Hmm.
So uh, so if I don't make overflow hidden, nothing happens. And the slide is, so slides height is 100 VH.
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right. There is something fishy, something I still don't understand why I did. Okay, slides height is 100 VH. And then bottom is 100 VH and top is also 100 VH. There's something fishy, but then this should also work.
Hmm.
The problem I actually think is happening is once I make it fixed, right? The scroll event listener is not working
Yeah. That is
because
the
the console.log, yeah, console.log hello it will just stop. See, till
yeah.
now I had console.log, yeah, just stopped. So I think I did some kind of workaround here. So the entire slide container, and within that the slide, so everything, this was actually a workaround, I guess. I did.
Hmm.
Let's actually try to do this and understand what is happening.
Yeah.
So I have a slider, and apart from the slider I am going to have a division dot slide container, slide container, and it will be this slide container will
Hmm.
be the one with one which will actually have where should it stop? Yeah, okay, which would actually have the uh, properties of slider. Okay, slide container. All right, and then
Spelling is
slide will
spelling,
be,
spelling.
sorry,
Line 10. Spelling of container.
container, sorry.
Hmm.
And then we will have an inner class called slider, which we are trying to make fixed. And now it will have a position relative, and then uh, position as relative, and height will be just 100 VH. Let's just check what will happen now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's working fine.
Yeah. So now explain us the change and like how does
Yeah,
it correct it?
yeah. Let's just. I mean,
Hmm.
now we haven't done anything yet, right?
Yeah.
Because yeah, what is happening now? Sorry, in our JS file we are getting slider, and then slider is it getting fixed? Uh, add even is in viewport slider. Something fishy.
Hmm. Let's check.
Okay, so let's just don't overthink it right now. Let's just say that we have wrapped everything.
Hmm. Let's
But then yeah,
while consoling, let's change the text so that we know where it is coming from. Where is it coming from?
yeah. Actually, yeah. Actually, we can just look at the line number and tell. Yeah, it's not. It's actually not uh, calling the slider. Let's just say slide. to be, let's just also have a slide container.
Hmm. I think it will be. Is it slider container class or is it slide container class?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, it's
Line
slide
two.
container. Okay, when slide container hits it,
Hmm.
we are going to change the position. Yeah, but then yeah, it's working. But then yeah,
Hmm.
got it. Yeah, but the problem here is
Hmm.
I would have to also made the slider dot style, maybe style dot top would have also been changed to 0, then it would have worked. I'm guessing so.
Hmm. Let's check. Let's check.
Yeah. What is
It is
happening?
doing double.
Some something is happening, but it's okay. I've reached the viewport.
Hmm.
Now it quickly changed,
Hmm.
and now it's in viewport,
Yes.
and then it quickly changed. Now it's still in viewport.
Hmm.
God, what is happening? Scroll minus margin top container dot offset top. So margin top is, I think I should just move it here, because the problem is I am moving the top container
Hmm.
to different places. So let's
Yeah.
just not have it then, because see I have changed the top, and then oh shit, it's working, but the
Yeah.
problem is
Hmm.
now I'm not getting the accurate height. See, just
Accurate height in the sense.
yeah, when it's hitting right now,
Hmm.
see it quickly changed the height.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is a problem with the calculation. Window dot
The,
scroll y
the effect
minus
should
top
start from the
container.
start, right?
Sorry.
The color change should start from the start
Ah,
of
yeah,
the scroll.
yeah.
Hmm.
Scroll y minus top container dot offset top. Let me do something. Let me just console.log this calculate. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Console. Oh, or I can see it then and there in the inspector, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Why didn't the inspector work? Okay, okay. There is some. Okay, let me just console this. All right. So the first measure, so the first value
Hmm.
should be 0, right? But then the first value we got is 500. 500. So what is wrong? What is should be wrong here? Wait. Anyway, we are positioning it to 0, right?
Hmm.
So why do we need this?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need this window dot scroll. Why? No, we just don't need the like let me just console
Hmm.
uh, what this top container dot offset top is. I'm assuming that it should change. It's always zero. It's always zero.
Hmm.
What? That's the problem. Yeah. Yeah, it's not calculating it. It's just having the scroll by alone. Uh, what was top container? Document.query selected at top. And how did I do it here? Here also I did the same, I guess. Document.query selected at top. And then the slide, oh, slide container dot offset. Yeah. Yeah. Because actually the slide container is moving, right?
Hmm.
So that is logical to me. Instead of the top container, instead of depending on the top container, just measure how much the slide container is above the, uh, yeah, that is a very logical conclusion to make. Uh, top container is not defined. Where did I use top container? Oh, why did I remove that? All right. Yeah,
Hmm.
it worked finally.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it looks good, but then yeah, this I should have changed the text a bit.
Let's change it.
Yeah. Um, by the way, why didn't it work before? What is the difference in making a parent a child fixed and a parent fixed? What is the difference? What would let's just find out what fixed does.
Yeah, yeah. Because that is amusing for me also.
Sorry.
Like that, like how it fixed because of.
Yeah, because if, because we haven't done anything. If you have observed, we just enclosed it within a parent,
Yeah.
and and then it seemed to work. There was a sidebar to the towards the right, and it worked. Position fixed. Is positioned relative to the viewport. It's relative to the viewport. Then then why what was wrong? Is it a browser glitch or something?
No,
Then
I don't think so.
yeah, why would, because if it's positioned relative to the viewport, why would it matter whether it's a child or a parent?
Yeah.
This division has been positioned fixed, right? So if I just add one more division here, and paste it here,
Hmm.
it there is no difference. But then what is happening? I have no idea. I think I got lucky the last time
Hmm.
by just choosing a parent container. I was actually lucky back then. I didn't. So that was my first try. So
Hmm.
I didn't thought of making the parent container fixed, and then the last time it worked fine. But this time when I tried to make the child, I mean the parent component fixed,
Hmm.
it caused some problem. So the problem was when I made it fixed.
Hmm.
Do okay.
Yeah.
All right. There is nothing wrong in fixed. There is nothing wrong in fixed. I Yeah. All right, all right, all right. I'll tell you what's wrong.
Yeah, yeah. Tell us also.
I think I finally found out. All right. So if I make this fixed, all right, and this is so the problem is now this is fixed, all right, and once this is fixed,
Hmm.
will it have a scroll bar? It shouldn't have a scroll bar,
Shouldn't
right?
have.
Because inside it there is nothing else. I mean it's taking up the entire space. And and now
Hmm.
what happens is, how did the scroll top went away? I mean, the scroll height went away. Okay, okay. Oh, so the just the thing that clicked to me right now is we were making the same stuff positioned as fixed, and then we were checking the same thing over and over again in viewport. All right,
Hmm.
all right.
Yeah.
So the next time we check it, it should be outside viewport, but then it's still fixed. Oh, I think there is the scroll by event listener
Hmm.
won't work if we scroll inside a fixed container. That's one
Hey,
justification I have. Let's find out.
yes, let's find out.
How will we find out? Uh, how will we find out? Okay, let's have a division. Let's have, okay, classes, another, right?
Hmm.
Let's have the class another, and then and another's height is
Hmm.
mm,
Capital.
120 percentage,
Hmm.
and color is, I mean, background is yellow.
Okay.
All right, and then I run it. I don't find anything. Oh, yeah. Why don't I find anything?
Hmm.
Mm.
Because inside the another class there is nothing. If you see inside that div
But
has.
then I have added height here.
Yeah, but uh,
Okay, let's add
because there
something.
is no parent element, so what will the percentage refer to?
Oh, is that so?
I think.
Let me just then give 100, 120 V 112 VH.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, now it works. It works, right? And now, if I just do script/script script, and then let's say script/script, and then say that window dot add event listener.
Well, hmm.
Function. What are we going to do here? Uh, let's just do a console.log, right?
Yeah.
But is there a space for console? Yeah, there is. Scroll. Ah, hello.
Yeah.
Oh, cancel. One.
I think Adele is your favorite singer.
Sorry.
I said that I think Adele is your favorite singer. Adele.
Why would you say that? Oh,
She
hello.
has a very famous song called Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Okay. 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 Scroll.
Hmm.
And now, if I make this fixed, fixed.
Hmm.
Uh,
Oh.
yeah. Scroll is not working.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was the problem. So now,
Hmm.
if I enclose this another with uh, like yet another, will it work now? Yet another, and then yet another's height to be more than this. All right. Oh, yet another space.
Hmm.
I just want to understand how it worked.
Dot.
Yeah, every time I'm getting stuck, I'm realizing how bad I'm at this.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Like this is how a company makes money, man. Like first you give a product, then you give bug fixes for that. And that is how the contract is
yeah,
renewed every year, right?
yeah.
Actually making mistakes makes you money.
Yeah, now it worked. If I have a parent that has more size than the thing that I'm trying to make fixed, it
Hmm.
works. So this is actually a really basic property of fixed. I should have thought about this then and there. I should have understood that then and there.
Now you will.
But
Now
then
you
it
will.
took
Now
me.
you know that.
Okay, then this is how it works, man. This is exactly how it works. This is how it worked now.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. Hopefully we have this thing. Scroll.
So
Yeah,
now our project
I
is working. Our little project is working, right?
yeah.
So suppose Alvin, this is your final year project in your college. So
Okay.
right, and you have to present it to somebody, some HOD of some department, and he is from chemistry background.
Sorry.
So you have to present this, make the head of the department of chemistry department understand what is happening here, and you have like 7 minutes. So will you be able to do that?
I'm afraid I won't be. Actually, I don't think I won't be.
Very frank. So would you like to try? Like,
Yeah, I will. I want to try. Now that we have the entire thing here,
yeah,
right?
now we are confident.
Yeah.
So,
So,
like, just this is just how do you say? Just a premise setup so that anyone who has watched this video till now, this is a gift for him, so that he knows that how this is working in a summary nutshell kind of thing, right?
okay.
Hmm.
So basically, what I'm trying to do is okay. So, wait. This is our boilerplate, right?
Yeah,
There is some code, there is a slide container, and there is some content below that. So
yeah.
basically, what we are trying to achieve is
Hmm.
we have inside the slide we have a bottom container and top container, and currently the bottom container is placed below placed above the top container along the y-axis. All right.
Okay. Hmm.
When to get the effect, what I'm looking at, when the slide container just hits the top, all right, just
Hmm.
hits the top, what I want to do is you can see it changing then and there, right?
Yeah.
Is it legible? You can see it, right,
Yeah.
Adha?
Black thing came.
And no, not the black thing. Okay,
Hmm.
let me just move it a bit and then zoom it. Okay,
Hmm.
close this maybe. Yeah. when you scroll, this tiles will become yellow. Just try and observe.
Yeah.
All right. When it just hits the top,
Ah,
did you
yeah.
see that? Okay. Okay. The entire slide just became fixed and got stuck into the UI, and it will remain stuck there till we have scrolled to the entire height of the slider.
Yeah.
Right. When that happened, the top container just got positioned above the bottom container, and the way it did it was, currently the height is 100 vh, and it has a top margin of 100 vh, right? And when it just hit the top, the top became zero, which means that the top container
Hmm.
just got above the bottom container.
Yeah.
Does that make sense now?
Yeah, it makes sense. Perfect sense.
Okay. Now, when I scroll, you can see that it is still remaining fixed, and
Hmm.
then the height is increasing as per the scroll height we are
Yeah.
having. See the yellow thing? It's slowly increasing, and when I hit the bottom, the position just became relative, and site just got back to its normal
Yeah.
scrolling. Does it make sense now?
Yeah.
The other way around also, when it just hits it, the entire slide will get fixed, and then it will remain fixed till I scroll all the way up. And while I'm scrolling, the height will gradually decrease to zero. And uh, and and I mean, yeah. And then by the time the height has decreased, I have moved the top container to the bottom, on y-axis, and then the side just became normal, relative.
Great. Great. Great
Yeah,
explanation. See, you were able to do it, but you said that you won't be able to do it.
yeah, yeah, actually, yeah. So that's it. Yeah. uh, we how long did we take to do this?
We took exactly, I think, 2 hours, 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
2 hours 45 minutes. 2 hours 45 minutes. My
We
god,
started at
that's
9, right? At 9, 5, 9, something around that,
oh
right?
my god, that's actually too long. Yeah.
No worries, but
I-
like, see, we
mm,
learned a lot about the position fixed. We learned a lot about the scroll effect, the scroll CSS property, right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. That's good. So now I won't take much of your time. Do you have anything to say in the end, Mr. Alvin from TCS?
No, I don't.
Actually,
Yeah,
from
I've
TCS
already
Digital, because
consumed a lot of your time.
oh, what?
I've actually took up a lot of your time. It's just
No worries, man. Like, I love web development, and like doing this with you is like
oh,
making me aware of so much stuff that I don't know. And one thing that I would like people to know is that there are two things in TCS. One is TCS and one is TCS Digital. So to go to
yeah.
TCS Digital, you have to clear an exam, and that has been done and achieved by our host, the person who is making this. So
Yeah.
any suggestions for like just the ending of the video, 2 minutes. So any suggestions for the people who are entering into the field of web development, coding? Any
Web
suggestions?
development coding. Yeah, it's just I'm not sure I'm in a position to comment. So if you're beginning out, then I would say you should be good at JavaScript, but I haven't worked that much on CSS, as you can clearly tell.
Hmm.
Uh, I think basic of CSS would be fine,
Hmm.
and then you should really focus on JavaScript. And I think what I would recommend is first reading Eloquent JS, and then Eloquent JS. I think it's written by Marin Hevebeck, and then there is
Hmm.
6 volume of You Don't Know JS, and then there is, to top it up, there is what was that? JavaScript Best Practices by Douglas Crockford. So if you read these three books, I mean, or you can just watch some tutorials. But I would really recommend these three books. So after you read that,
Hmm.
things should be clear to you. And then for HTML and CSS, I'm not sure. I would not recommend spending too much time on that, because when you get a challenge, like we did today, right?
Hmm.
This is the way I would recommend to learn HTML. Just find a very cool website that you want to recreate. Might seem very difficult to you, and just on the process of doing that, for now, for example, we looked at positioning today, right? uh, if
Hmm.
the relationship between a positioning relative and then having an absolute container within that. So when you get into something like that, just find as much articles that you have about related to positioning. And then just for, I think, for flexbox and grid, grid layout, you just have to watch a YouTube video. There are
Yeah.
explainers in YouTube. So do not spend so much time on CSS. Wait for an opportunity, or find an opportunity. Like, just if something strikes you, just try to recreate, or just be confident. It's like
Hmm.
you can anyway recreate it, because even if you are getting stuck, you are not getting stuck alone. There is Stack Overflow for you. So
Yeah. And there is always
yeah.
Alvin who will be like, you can comment on this video. And we have Alvin who will be like day and night checking this video. After every 2 minutes, he will be checking for your doubts.
Yeah. I can't say that, but yeah.
Alvin, you don't have to say the truth. You can at least like pretend that you care.
Yeah. Maybe that would be that. Actually, this worked for me. I have never spent too much time on HTML and CSS, but I was able to, when you get a project, that's enough. The learning you can take from a project, that's enough. You either find a project for yourself, and whenever you get stuck, find as many content you have. Uh, that's actually enough.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend. But then for basics, you should actually go through some HTML basic, that you will anyway get from some videos, yeah, in YouTube videos. Rest is fine. Let's just, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Bye, Alvin.
Yeah,
Thanks for
yeah,
your
bye.
help. And we would be back making some cool stuff.
Yeah,
Thanks for
yeah,
the
next time
guidance.
I'll be prepared anyway. And this is not working. This is
I will also prepare
two
the next
hours Yeah, yeah, I'll have to do some preparation. I should not, come up with something which I have done a month, or half a month before, and which I was not fully attentive while making. So if we are going to do this again, then then I should prepare really hard. Yeah,
So this is our effect. So thank you, Alvin.
yeah,
Now,
yeah,
no more time. We will take off yours. See this the
yeah,
level.
yeah.
So bye. Take care.
Bye, bye,
Happy
Alan.
Sunday.
Yeah, thank you.